Hi everyone, I am here with your soul connections and separation video tied to the upcoming full moon energies. This full moon is occurring June 17th in the sign of Sagittarius. I am so excited to do this video. I feel like I haven't done a video in forever. I'm going through total withdrawal. I think the last one I did was probably the new moon, ironically. So I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but it has been an incredibly powerful moon cycle. At least for me, I don't know if it's because I am a sun sign in the sun sign of Sagittarius. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but the new moon, there was just a lot of purging. There was a lot of desire to just completely change my diet, detoxify myself, and just change. And I felt so much better. Up until today, I've pretty much been able to better manage these really strong energy waves that are coming in. But today, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just was like really nauseous and really exhausted, just boom, out of nowhere. After I ate lunch, I just felt horrible. So I went, curled up in a ball in bed for like 45 minutes and was just kind of shaking. Like I literally felt the energy like coming in. And then it passed. And within probably 20 minutes of that, one of my cats, who's the most sensitive to energy, he started vomiting and having some other digestive issues. And I mean, the poor guy, I feel like he is the one that always kind of grounds this stuff for me as it comes in. And I just feel terrible because I'd rather be the one that's sick, not him. So anyway, hopefully there's no disturbances in the background. But if there are, I apologize. So with that being said, just it's a powerful time. Oh, I was also going to say this full moon in Sagittarius, I've been reading, it's a lot about healing. It's a lot about, looking back, taking a higher perspective, going back to all the way at the beginning of this year and looking back at all of the lessons, all of the progress, what needs to be healed, what needs to be closed out. And it is the last full moon of the spring. Technically, we're not at summer solstice yet. So, it's kind of this powerful time to take stock of, we're halfway through the year. Where are you in alignment with your goals? So it's really a very powerful time. So, oh, one other thing here. So I had some crystals that wanted to be here, and I also have a lot of decks that wanted to come out. So I don't know if it's just because I'm excited and I'm back from vacation and I haven't really done this or what it is, but we'll see what comes out. But anyway, and part of my vacation, went to Utah and I got these gorgeous rose quartz crystals. They're very pink. They're not showing up on the screen as pink. They're looking more peach, but they wanted to be here. So I've got this large one as the base. I've got this one on the one side. I've got an amethyst geode that wanted to be here. And then this this actually is a large. I had to actually look up what this was because I bought it last summer. Didn't remember. I don't know if I'm going to say it right, but it's called Septarian. It's a Septarian wand. It's actually a healing wand. And it's coming back to me now because I actually bought it. I'm intending to use it in some of my my Reiki and energy healing sessions on clients. It's a combination of some different crystals and formed into a wand. But I was drawn to it. I'm not trying to be inappropriate, but it reminded me very much of masculine energy. And I was reading it's grounding, it's a healing wand, and it's also tied to the number 7, which is, as you guys know, a pretty powerful number, angel number wise. And then also in the tarot, when you've got the chariot, we've had a lot of that 7 energy coming forth in a lot of these readings. So we'll see why it wanted to be here. But all right, with that being said, I'm going to do my usual format. I'm going to start with the masculine, go to the feminine, and then we'll do the energy between. And so what we're going to kind of do is look at what the current energy is with each one, each side, the connection. And then sort of when I do the spread, the outcome is going to be kind of what is this full moon going to propel forward for each, the masculine, feminine, and the connection. So that's just to give you guys some background in case I forget to go into the details. So as usual, this just is my divine masculine deck. I don't know why, but it's just very much divine masculine energy. The twin flame journey tarot by Mystic Moon. So we're going to see what's going on with the divine masculine collective right now as we approach the full moon. What's going on with the divine masculines? Divine masculine collective. Masculines. This is interesting. I feel like this came out in one of my own readings pretty recently, these cards that I did for myself. Oh. Okay, you guys can't make this up. You know I love to say that. Oh my God. All right. All right, let's see. Let's see what's coming. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So what I'm getting, so the divine masculines, the collective I'm picking up on, a lot of them are in this Four of Cups energy, which is the missed opportunity. They still kind of feel like this happy ending is off in the distance, right? They're still sort of in this dark space, kind of this darkness, but they can see the light at the end of the tunnel. But I think some of them still aren't believing that they can get there. The blocking energy is the Ace of Pentacles, which in this deck, you know, shows wise investment. In other decks, the Ace of Pentacles it's honestly probably the best ace in the deck, right? Because it's not only the Ace of Cups. I mean, it's kind of like you get everything in the physical. The Ace of Pentacles, you have your career, you have a physical relationship, you have happiness, you have stability, you have all these things that you would want, right? If you could pick everything you'd want, it would be the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like there's still some of this energy, a little bit of this energy of they feel like it's something that's not meant for them, something that they've missed out on, or it's just not in the cards for them. But that, I feel like there's definitely some movement out of that, okay? The reason being, the current energy is Eight of Pentacles, work in progress, which as you guys, if you've watched my videos, you know, this to me is sort of a card of awakening. For me, it's sort of this, you're working on yourself, you're working on reinventing yourself, right? I mean, look, he's, I guess it's looks like sort of like it could be a female or masculine, but it looks like a masculine hand drawing this. And it's like they're kind of filling in this empty void and reinventing themselves. The energy within the last couple weeks is the Eight of Wands, energy, surge, and communication. All right, this is a very fast moving card. This is a very positive card. So I think there's definitely some progress with the masculines of getting this desire to start working on themselves. And I think the reason being is that, as we've seen with these other past readings that have come out, that there's this eight, you know, we've got the two eights here, eight and eight, Lionsgate portal, Leo season. We keep getting Leo season. I keep getting July, August. A lot of other readers are getting that for me, and I'm not saying that that's going to be times for unions. I think it's more of the time where the masculine collective, the ones who are not awakened, are really going to start awakening to all of this, right? And I think it's kind of starting right now. And I think, you know, the desire is that they do have a breakthrough. Ace of Swords, which in this deck is breakthrough and awareness. It's kind of like this epiphany, right? Doesn't it look like this like lightning bolt is going up to the heavens, to the light? It's like this group of masculines, they're working on themselves. They're getting some sort of, I mean, some of you divine feminines, if you're watching, you maybe have started to hear from your masculine again. You might be in contact a little bit. That could be what this is about, but I'm getting it more as an energy surge, right? Tied to this energy surge to the divine. I'm getting that this group of masculines is starting to have some sort of realization that they're being divinely guided. They're starting to have dreams. They're starting to just have gut feelings and just start doing things and close out cycles and do things they know they need to do. And so when I was pulling these cards, what threw me off when I said, oh my God, you can't make this up, was I said, this is a full moon reading. We're going to see what the full moon is bringing forward for each side, right? So the propelling energy forward is the moon, right? Major arcana, the moon. And it's an 18. So, you know, you've got 8, you've got 8, you've got 18. So 818 is also a number, that I see all the time. So this full moon energy, I think, is going to propel them forward out of this illusion mindset, out of this darkness, to say, you know what, this really, my Empress, my divine feminine, yeah, it's not an illusion. She's not an illusion. She's real. She's real. I can have this Ace of Pentacles with her. I have not missed my opportunity. This is real. So I think what I'm getting, and I know this is more the masculine, well, there's a couple of different things I'm picking up on. So we've got Four of Swords, which is not surprising. I mean, everybody on this journey is going through healing and recovery, especially the divine masculines. There's the Nine of Wands, which is the trials and tribulations. Okay. But the outcome after this moon is the Eight of Cups, right? Which is moving on and it's evolving. So I just think this is absolutely beautiful, because when we started the reading, you've got this masculine staring off into the sun, kind of like, oh, I've missed my opportunity. This is all there is. I'm in this space, right? But then they get this breakthrough. They get this divine connection, this intervention. It's like, oh my God, there's so much more than that. There's a whole other universe out there. There's a whole nother life. It's way beyond anything on the earth, right? It's magical, it's spiritual. So you guys, we got 888 in this reading. Not kidding. And yes, I shuffled. I use this deck a lot. So what I'm getting is it's okay. Sorry, I'm getting like a lot of things are coming through really fast. Okay, so the moon energy is going to propel the masculine. Okay, they're going to have this realization. Okay, she is my Empress. She's my divine feminine. This is not an illusion. This is real. I am going to heal past, I know what I need to do now. I know what I need to close out. I'm done living in this Nine of Wands energy, this trials, tribulations. I'm done. I'm going to evolve. I'm going to awaken. I'm going to grow. And I'm going to move towards this connection with my divine feminine. That's what I'm picking up on, is there's just going to be massive. I just feel like, this 888, you've got the Empress, the divine feminine card in here, the breakthrough. This is just huge. I think there's going to be a big collective of divine masculines that are really starting to follow their intuition. They're starting to believe in themselves, believe in this, that they're going to be guided in dreams. And there's going to be a lot of them that awaken. I really do. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got Temperance, which is restoration. But it's also, see the flame here, it's a major arcana. It's a card about patience and healing, but to me, it's about healing the connection, and it's definitely a twin flame card. So this is really beautiful. Let me see what else we want to do. Since this is a moon about, I did say that was a full moon about healing and recovery. We've got the Four of Swords here. I got a new deck. They're not new, but they're new for me. Archangel Raphael, healing. Let's see what the masculine is going to be. This collective is working on healing. Let's look at that. Let's see. Oh my God, this the first time I used this deck, this card came out, Divine Intervention. So whatever it is, I guess it's, every masculine, a lot of them have childhood wounds, things that they need to heal. I think what I was saying earlier with the divine coming down, the divine light, it's like this boom, this epiphany, whatever it is they need to heal, there's going to be divine intervention coming in. So I guess they didn't want to give a general message, but on the bottom of the deck was hydration. So I'm getting that, there are probably a lot of masculines maybe that are not taking care of themselves. They might have addictions, specifically to alcohol, but they're going to work on healing their bodies. And again, the divine intervention is going to help with that. I'm also drawn right now to the Mystic Moon Oracles. This is just a general oracle, so we're just going to see what comes out, what message comes out for the divine masculines from the Mystic Moon Oracles. So we got devotion. It's so sweet. It's like this eternal flame, right? Twin flame. He's holding this up. It's like, I hadn't got to that point where I was asking for a message yet from the masculine to feminine, but I think he's already wanting to come out with that. Devotion, there's still a barrier up. Oh my God, you guys. I don't use this deck this often. I don't even know what's happening. Okay, so there's still a barrier up. He's still got a wall up, just a little bit. But this summer, I'm getting, this card says summer, that there's going to be a change and there's going to be an awakening in that. One more, because I don't want to run out of time for this. I do have a little bit more space on this now. I deleted a bunch of things off my tablet, but so I guess worst case, I'll just record a second video. I like to just keep going with the flow of energy, so we'll, all right. Masculines, what message do you have for your feminine besides devotion? Those are pretty good messages already, so maybe I should stop while I'm ahead, huh? Twin flame messages. Mystic moon, what message does the divine masculine have for the feminine? I feel like they're kind of like in hermit mode. Okay. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. So this is, you know, a lot of masculines left their divine feminine abruptly without explanation, went back to karmics, exes, soulmates, whatever you want to call it, more than once. And they're saying the grass wasn't green on the other side. But at the end of the day, you know, the bottom of the deck, it says, I need more time to figure things out. I think that was what they needed to do. They needed time to, it was part of this entire process to heal, to learn their lessons. It all was being divinely guided, but now divine intervention's coming in, right, for this group. And they are going to use the moon energy and move towards their empress. So that is absolutely beautiful. I am going to, let's see, put these back just in case I need to refer to them later. See if there's any mirroring going on. Okay. All right, feminines. I'm being guided to use this. I usually use the Star Tarot for the union, or, you know, shared energy, but I'm going to use this for the feminines today. Divine Feminine's energy currently with the full moon in Sagittarius. All right. Four Swords, not surprised, mirroring each other. Okay. Four Cups. Can't make this up, guys. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so the feminines, as I said, got the Four of Swords, blocked by the Prince of Swords. So I think the feminines are in their own, still in their own healing and recovery energy. I think they realize that the masculine is not coming forward because he's also in that energy. They realize they're really recognizing the mirroring that's happening between the two. I also feel like some of the feminines, this might be a minor part of the collective, but some of the feminines, because the Four Cups was the past energy, were feeling like that their opportunity with their masculine had passed as well, and that it wasn't going to happen. They had sort of a choice of which road to take. They kind of maybe were confused about who their divine counterpart really was. But they're now in this energy where that's past, and they realize now, like, the decision's been made. They know where the sun leads, right? And honestly, it's really going within. Those cards are gonna come out later. That the feminines are really just focusing on themselves and not. They're in this just place where they're happy with their lives and they're not chasing their masculine anymore. And that's honestly part of the reason maybe why the masculine is feeling like the opportunity has passed and they've missed the opportunity because the feminine's energy has shifted and they're no longer chasing. So the masculine may feel that the feminine's not interested anymore. So there's some of that going on, just a lot of mirroring. What the feminine's wanting, she's wanting her knight in shining armor. She's wanting, well, she wants a king, obviously, not or an emperor, not a knight. But at this stage, she would like for the knight to come forward. She understands it's slow, but to just rekindle a friendship, if that hasn't been done already, and just to start kind of from scratch as far as developing something, a new phase, right, with the summer solstice. The beautiful thing is the energy propelling her forward is the Queen of Wands, which is a fire sign, which is the full moon in Sagittarius. So it's very passionate energy. I think, again, look at this. I mean, she's in her power. Oh my God, you guys, there's a full moon in here. Not even kidding you. And there's a lion, right? Probably representing Leo because it's the fire. But I think she kind of just knows. She's like, you know what? She's stepping into her power. She's continuing to focus on herself. She's finding balance within herself. And she just kind of knows. She knows, and there's a couple scenarios here. She knows that this is the Lovers, the major arcana. She knows this is divinely guided from above. She knows that there's something significant about the summer solstice. This card represents Gemini, which we're approaching Gemini season. We're in Gemini season now, actually. It's the energy of the twins, right? The sign of the twins. She just kind of knows that this is all going to come together the way it's supposed to. There's no more resistance. There's no more fighting. There's no more fighting, and it's like fighting herself, fighting the decision, right, that she's had. Do I give up on this? Do I choose to go down a different path with a soulmate or someone else coming in? And those of you who saw my free will video, you guys, or I didn't post a video on that yet, but post yesterday, some of us don't feel like when we try to go this route, it's like, you're not doing that. God's like, nope. But there are some of you who maybe haven't experienced that, and you've tried to decide between two parties, feminines. You're kind of like, I don't know if I want to pursue this anymore. So there's that energy too, that you're realizing, all right, you're making a choice as to who your life partner is going to be. And then you're going to go within. You've got 2 9s. You've got the 9 of Pentacles. You're going to work on yourself, self-employment, stepping into mission, continue working on yourself, the Hermit. Just focus on you, because your Knight of Cups is coming, right? And for you, you may have had a choice between an earth sign and a water sign. I mean, that doesn't have to be, but you ultimately end up choosing the water sign, and the water sign is the one coming back. So we'll see if hopefully that resonates with some of you. Oh, let's do the message from the feminine to the masculine. So definitely some mirroring going on in these. Let's see. Feminine to masculine. What message does the feminine have to her masculine? It's collective. Oh, I feel like we've gotten this one before. I'm going to pull another one. Okay, so partnership. Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. So I think in the last reading, or a lot of the ones I've been doing, 3 of Pentacles has been coming out. We didn't get it today, but I think this is sort of the equivalent. Is she's saying, she's ready, willing, and able to work together on this, right? Be it developing a friendship first, working on healing themselves, taking things slow, just being in balance. She's not going to push for things, but at the same time, she's understanding, if the masculine needs to seek out his spiritual guidance elsewhere, because she trusts that this is real, right? She's finally getting to this point where she knows. But she's telling him that you need to trust too. You need to leap into the unknown. You need to have faith and move forward, believe you will fly. So I think that's a message that she's saying, I believe in you. You need to believe in you. So that's really beautiful. All right. We're going to quickly, I'm running out of time here, pull the energy between the two, the connection between the two. Let's see what we've got. We're going to use the Mermaid Tarot. I have one of my sensual decks, but I don't think I have enough time to get into that one, so I may just do a separate video at some point on that. That'll be a lot of fun. So this is the Mermaid Tarot. This is for the energy of the connection between the masculine and feminine and the full moon and Sag. All right. Ace of Cups. All right, I like it. Wow. Wow. Okay, yeah. So the energy between the two is the Ace of Cups. There's so much love here. There's abundance. There's just, I think both, whether or not feelings have been admitted, both the masculine and feminine have never felt this depth or amount of love, the holy grail of love, for anyone before. What's blocking this is Seven of Swords energy, and this is energy of distrust. This is energy of kind of sneakiness, dishonesty. And I think, you know, as those of you who've been on this journey know, everybody's journey is different, but most people I talk to, there has been deception, there's been false masks, there's been lies, you know, white lies or withholding the truth, keeping secrets, ghosting, not admitting feelings. And so I think there's this sort of energy between the two that they know this love is here, neither one is really trusting it fully, and that especially the feminines, that if the masculine were to come forward and be like, yeah, I'm ready, let's do this, they'd kind of be like, really? You're sure you're not going to ghost me again? And there'd be kind of be this just like, I don't believe you. I don't believe that you're sincere this time. There's some of that going on, right? But the underlying energy is the Ten of Cups, right? This is one of the best cards in the deck other than the Sun. It's a minor for the minor arcana. Ten of Cups is just this beautiful, you know, fulfilling, that's the foundation of this, okay? So that tells me, you know, especially with these other cards. Okay, let me backtrack. Three of Pentacles is in the recent past. I just was talking about that there's this desire to start working together as a team to help overcome these things, maybe communicate, talk about what happened, and work to build that trust. The Ace of Wands is at the top of the reading. I mean, this, you know, this moon in Sagittarius is a fire sign, where this is a passionate new beginning. This is what both masculine and feminine want in this connection. They both want this. They're just, I think there's some fear over it being an illusion, it being not, you can't trust one or the other, that it's just really not real, and that it's not the real deal. So, but the action forward is the Page of Pentacles. So this is about communication. This is about a solid offer, okay? And looking at this, I mean, the moon, I mean, the energy of the moon, I mean, there's a desire on both of them to communicate that they both want this happiness. They want this happy ending. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, which I said before in the masculine's reading, is the kind of the holy grail. You get everything you wanted in the physical, in real life, right? Six of Pentacles. That's a card about teamwork as well as the Three of Pentacles. It's about putting in the effort, putting in the time. That's something that, again, the feminines especially, I'm not trying to stereotype, but the feminines especially aren't trustworthy of the masculines because many of them never put in the time or the energy or the effort to grow something. I mean, even if they were, dating or friends or whatever for years, there never was that effort, that tangible physical effort. But look what the outcome is. I mean, there's a desire. I mean, there's not any other than the Seven of Swords, which is kind of the blocking. It's that fear, right? It's that fear. But you've got the outcome is the Two of Cups and the Nine of Cups. The Two of Cups is the divine partnership. And the Nine of Cups to me is the divine partnership. Okay, this is coming. The divine partnership can't come to fruition until each masculine and feminine fills their own cup. They have to be whole within. Nine of Cups is about filling your own cup, making yourself whole before you can join in union with someone else. And to me, if this is the outcome, you guys, Judgment is coming out as a major arcana on the bottom of the deck. This moon and this summer energy that's coming in, all of these things that we've been hearing, I mean, it's Judgment Day. It's time. There's going to be divine intervention on the masculine side. We saw that clearly, that there's healing and recovery on both sides. Four of Swords, there was mirroring there to get to this Nine of Cup energy so that you can be whole and fulfilled so that you can join together with someone else. This is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, there's not really much else to say to that. I think I have a little bit of time. We'll see. I think I got through the meat of the reading here, but I'm going to do a couple other things. With it being the full moon, I love to do the surrender, the power of surrender deck. So we're just going to pull some since the masculine and feminines they're mirroring each other so much. I'm seeing that just constantly. What do the masculine and feminine need to surrender, let go of with this full moon? What do they need to surrender? We don't want them all to fall out. We don't need to work on all those things. Please. Okay, so surrender to effortlessness, surrender to inner peace. These are really just both cards about going with flow, just going with the flow, right? And didn't I just say the feminine was doing that? She's sort of focusing on herself, kind of just like not chasing anymore. I think this is a message more for the feminines, just to continue doing that. The masculines somewhat too. If the masculines are in resistance mode, if they're fighting this destiny, they're trying to go down paths. See my post yesterday on my Facebook page, trying to go down paths that aren't in alignment with this journey and what they should be doing to get to union. If they're on this soul connection, this twin flame path, the universe is going to throw up roadblocks. So, but once you let go and just surrender with the fire energy of this full moon, if you let it go and let the universe guide you and trust your intuition and know what feels right and just flow, it's all going to come together. I'm also getting, this ties into the Seven of Swords energy, surrender fear. Both parties need to surrender fear that the lessons and the pain and the deceptions and all of the things that happened, you have to look at it from a 5D perspective, right? If this person is your divine partner, and if it is, right? If you look at it from the 3D perspective, you're never going to let go of that resentment. And you're always going to hold on to that fear. And you just have to know, especially as a feminine, if they come back to you, number one, you're not chasing them. If they come back to you and they say things they've never said before, and it'll be an effort, take effort on both parts to trust that it's real and that neither party's going to just leave. There'll be, a process with that. But again, we keep getting all these pentacles. Tons of pentacles came out in this reading. I feel like more than any other suit. Not many swords either, which is a really good thing. Just a lot of pentacles. That to me is its physical, tangible effort, teamwork. Both sides are wanting to do that. I think there's just a lot of fear that on the masculine side that the time has passed, that they've screwed around too long. And that sounded like a negative thing, but that's just what was coming out. Like channeling to me was like the masculines feel like, man, I've messed around with her. I've jerked her around too much. Like I've blown it. It's just, she's never going to give me another chance. She's never going to take me seriously. The feminines are somewhat having that fear that how can I take him seriously given what he's done? So there's that mirroring. So anyway, get off my soapbox, but I'm going to try to do one more card. We're going to see what comes out, but I was drawn to the Goddesses Oracle deck. I want to see what goddess or goddesses are supporting these divine counterparts, these soul connections with this full moon. What goddess is supporting us? Oh my God, you guys. Holy shit. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to say her name right. Ostera, fertility. So if some of you guys are getting in union and you don't want to get pregnant, you might want to be careful. But this one, unconditional love. I mean, you can't make this up. Not all of these are like this. You guys that have this deck know. There's the other one that just came up with sorceress. That has nothing to do with this, right? Fertility, it is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. It's about new beginnings. Maybe with the next new moon, right? We'll see what comes out with that. But unconditional love, Mary Magdalene, love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. And that's showing you what I was just saying was, don't look at this connection, if you know it's divinely guided, from a 3D perspective. No matter what the outward appearances may be on this journey, if you have a divine soul counterpart and your chakras are merged and you're connected in the higher planes, you have to let go of that resentment. You have to let go of that fear and surrender. Surrender to God and just continue working on yourself, raising your vibration, and just know and trust that everything is going to come to you in divine timing. And we keep getting divine intervention throughout all the readings I'm doing for myself, for the collective, on my page, divine intervention. Big things are happening this summer, you guys. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how everything unfolds for you. Take care.